Have you ever said something in anger and regretted it 5 minutes later? Or maybe you let your emotions control your decisions and later thought, why did I do that?
We've all been there. But here's the truth. If you can control your emotions, you can control your life.
Hey everyone, welcome back to English Success Podcast, where we talk about personal growth, mindset, and learning English with purpose.
I'm Jake, and as always, I'm here with my amazing co-host, Emma.
Thank you, Jake. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and join our growing community of learners who want more than just English fluency. They want a better life.
Exactly. Today's topic is a big one. Control your emotions, control your life. We'll talk about what emotional intelligence really means, why it's more important than IQ, and how mastering your emotions can literally change your future.
Let's start with something simple. Jake, be honest. Do you think you're good at controlling your emotions?
I'd say I try, but when someone cuts me off in traffic, let's just say my emotional intelligence disappears for a few seconds.
I get that. For me, it's when things don't go as planned. I used to let frustration take over, but once I learned how to pause, breathe, and respond instead of react, everything started to change.
That's such an important point. Responding instead of reacting. That's what emotional control is all about. So, Emma, let's start with the basics. What is emotional intelligence, really? People hear that term everywhere, but not everyone knows what it means.
True. Emotional intelligence, or EQ, is basically your ability to understand and manage your emotions, and also understand other people's emotions. It's like being emotionally aware of yourself and of others.
Exactly. It's not about ignoring your feelings. It's about recognizing them and not letting them control you. For example, if you're angry, instead of shouting or blaming someone, you pause and ask yourself, what's really behind this feeling?
Yes, and when you do that, you realize anger often hides something deeper, like fear, stress, or disappointment. Once you understand that, you can deal with the real cause instead of just reacting.
You know what's funny? In school, we're taught how to solve math problems, but not how to solve emotional ones.
Right. Nobody teaches us how to deal with frustration, rejection, or criticism. But those are the skills that actually shape your success in life.
Totally. I remember when I started working, I thought success was all about hard skills, knowing facts, being efficient, being smart. But later I realized emotional intelligence determines how far you can go.
Same here. You can be the smartest person in the room, but if you can't manage your emotions or work with people, it's hard to succeed long term.
There's even research that says people with high EQ earn more money, have better relationships, and feel happier overall.
Yes, because they don't get trapped in emotional chaos. They stay calm when others panic. They listen instead of arguing. They know how to communicate without hurting others.
It's like being the captain of your own ship. Storms will come, but you don't let the waves control your direction.
That's a great metaphor. And emotional intelligence isn't something you're born with. It's something you can learn.
Exactly. It's like a muscle. The more you practice awareness and empathy, the stronger it gets.
Maybe we should talk about how to actually develop emotional intelligence. Like, what practical things can our listeners do every day?
Good idea. Let's break it down step by step. How to build your emotional control and become more emotionally intelligent.
All right, let's get practical. How can someone actually develop emotional intelligence?
I'd say the first step is self-awareness, knowing what you feel and why. You can't control your emotions if you don't even notice them.
Exactly. Start by checking in with yourself. Ask, what am I feeling right now, and why do I feel this way? It sounds simple, but most people never do it.
Yeah, instead they just explode like, I'm angry because, well, I don't know, I just am.
Right. But when you name the emotion, like, I feel anxious because I'm afraid I'll fail, it instantly loses power over you.
That's true. The second step is self-regulation, learning how to respond instead of react. When something triggers you, take a breath, pause, and give your brain a few seconds before speaking.
I love that. A short pause can save you from a long regret.
That's a quote right there. A short pause can save you from a long regret.
You should post that on Instagram, Jake.
Maybe I will. But seriously, regulating emotions doesn't mean you ignore them. It means you choose how to express them.
Exactly. You can be honest and calm at the same time. Like instead of yelling, "You never listen," you can say, "I feel unheard right now." That changes everything.
Totally. Now, step 3, empathy. This one is huge. It's about putting yourself in someone else's shoes.
Yes. When you understand where someone's emotions come from, you stop judging and start connecting. It helps in relationships, friendships, even in learning languages.
That's true. When you empathize with people who are also learning English, for example, you stop comparing yourself. You start supporting each other.
Beautifully said. Step 4, motivation. People with high EQ don't rely on emotions to take action. They act despite how they feel.
Right? They don't wait to feel inspired. They understand that emotions come and go. But discipline and purpose keep you moving.
Exactly. You can't always control how you feel, but you can control what you do.
And finally, step 5, social skills. Emotional intelligence is also about how you connect with people, how you listen, communicate, and make others feel valued.
Yes, and one of the best skills you can build is active listening. Don't listen just to reply. Listen to understand.
That's so powerful. Sometimes people don't need advice. They just need to feel heard.
True. And when you start practicing these 5 steps, awareness, regulation, empathy, motivation, and social skills, your relationships, your mindset, even your success will start to shift.
Because when you control your emotions, you don't just control your life, you create it.
You know, Jake, the more we talk about emotional intelligence, the more I realize how powerful it really is. It's not just about staying calm, it's about understanding yourself.
Yes, it's about knowing what drives you, what triggers you, and how to stay grounded no matter what's happening around you.
Exactly. When you can control your emotions, you stop being a prisoner of the moment and start being the leader of your own life.
That's true, and emotional intelligence doesn't make life perfect. It just makes you stronger. You still feel anger, sadness, fear, but they don't control you anymore.
Right? You start to respond to life, not react to it. That's when real growth begins.
So if you're listening to this right now, remember, don't chase emotional perfection. Chase emotional awareness. Start small. Notice your feelings. Breathe before reacting. Try to understand others. It's those little choices that make a huge difference over time.
Beautifully said. And once you begin to master your emotions, everything, your relationships, your goals, even your confidence, starts to align.
Because when you control your emotions, you
Yeah, you
control your
control your
life.
life. Thank you so much for spending this time with us today. We hope this episode inspired you to look deeper within yourself.
If you enjoyed this talk, don't forget to follow English Success Podcast, share it with a friend, and leave a review. It really helps our community grow.
And remember, The more you grow emotionally, the more powerful your English journey becomes.
Until next time, stay calm, stay kind, and keep growing.
See you in the next episode.